Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME Star Wars, Build the Millennium Falcon, Part 6. In this video, we'll be completing stage 6 of the build, and it will be complete, and box 2 will be finished. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So here is the components in stage 6, and as you can see, this is more parts of the cockpit. Let's just put that aside. That's a really good graphic there, a lot of detail. So this is issue 6 of the magazine of the build. Key ship in the fight against the Empire. UT-60D U-Wing. Not sure if I did actually see that. It's in the next wing, I've not seen that one. Holo game table. We actually put that table together in a previous stage, but no holograms were on mine, so there they are, fighting. Chewbacca gets angry. In the next stage, your next parts, these are the parts in this stage here. So let's have a look. And here are our step-by-step instructions to completing stage 6. So I'll put the magazine aside and we'll begin. So we've got to start with these two pieces here, the upper and the lower cockpit shell, and we've just got to see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 lugs there and then 4 holes there. We've just got to slot the lugs into the holes. There. That's the front of our cockpit there. Oop. I think I'm going to put glue on these lugs because I don't think they're going to stay in place. So I'm just going to put a blob of glue on each one. There. Just going to quickly put it together with glue. So we'll put that one in there, that one in there. Oop. Hold it in place. That one there, that there, and then do the other side. There. I'm just going to hold it while it glues together, because I have a feeling that that is going to keep popping out. Oops, there we go. So the next thing we have to do, that's dry now, is this is the front window of the cockpit, and we've got to place it in here, and we have to line, you see there, see that little slit there? We have to line it up with this. There's a mark on here, let me see if you can see. There's a mark, see where it is. There's a mark here, just above my finger, and you've got to line that up with this, slot it in place. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it just to hold it in place. I've just dropped it on the floor. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it just so that it holds in place. I'm just going to put like a really bit of glue, not all the way around, just on the top and the bottom, so that it doesn't pop out. So we've got to line that up with this and put it in place. There. Just need to clean off that glue. There. So that is the front window in place. Let's make sure that glue's closed. There we go. That's looking more like the cockpit that we remember from the films. So I'm going to leave that there to dry and come back. So what we've got to do next is we've got to put this link ring onto here, and it's got some lugs inside it, locating lugs there. You see there, one there, one there, and we've got to line it up with these holes here. So you've got like you've got like cutouts here where these lugs go, so that will sit in like that. There. I think I'm going to put a bit of glue on it just to hold it in place. Let's see, just put a bit of glue here, here, and here. Quickly just put the glue back on and then line up our lugs. All of our lugs, just line them up. Just there. That is it in place. Our cockpit link ring, there it is. Just going to leave that to dry. Got to now attach the front windows of the cockpit to this tube here. And there's a location lug here at the bottom there, which lines up with this slot at the bottom here. So I'm just going to fit the two pieces together. I'm not going to glue them because the rest of the cockpit needs to fit in. I just need to make sure it's going to fit. Just line it up. It's a little tight. Just see if we can just squeeze it over the top there. So there we go. That's our cockpit finished. We'll need to do is in another section of this video, we'll be putting this inside here. So off camera, I glued these in place and these in place because they kept falling off, and I glued this in place as well because it was very wobbly. So you can see now nothing is wobbling about. So we've got this semicircle instrument panel that will sit like this inside. So what we've got to do is we've got two instrument panels here, this one and this one. So I'm going to peel this one back. And put it in place. So this one needs to go, you see here, that's the center there, so it needs to go here all the way around, and making sure that this ribbed area here is at the top when we put that in place, and it has to stick out at the end as well because we've got other pieces to go on this. Just kind of, fingernails aren't great, but let's just see if I can separate these. There we go. So we'll get the first instrument panel and make sure it sits flush in the middle, right there. And then I'm going to hold it in place as I stick it down. there. Just checking that. Just pull that back a bit and just make sure it's lining up with that edge there. Just going to put this second instrument panel in place. So this one goes that way. Let's just separate the two. And just line it up with that centre. So that's our instrument panels in place. Just need to check that it's lined up properly. And we've got these two side pieces here. So if you look at this, see it's got a ribbed area here. So you've got to match the ribbed area on these there, you see. And that has to sit. And it will be stuck by this sticker here. So we've just got to line it up here. There. And then it'll be stuck against the sticker on the inside. Like that. As you can see, it's joined and the ribbon carries on. We do the same with the other side. We just line it up with the ribbon. That's as close as I can get it. And you'll know your instruments are in the right position if, see these two that are sticking out here, they've got to be on the same side as this light up here. There. That's how you know you've got your instruments in the right place. And that actually goes like that. So you won't actually see them front on, as you can see there. The instrument panels are inside, so that's how you put that together, and that is how these instrument panels are done. Got this section here, which is some controllers here. Got some levers that will go into here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes in here. I don't know if you can see. We've got 4 holes in here, and that's where these levers go. So I'm just going to cut them out. I haven't got any spruce cutters, so I'm going to have to do it with this. Let me just zoom in. so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to cut it here. And then turn them around and cut them here. They're very small, as you can see, so I'm just going to line them up so that you can see where the tops are and where the bottoms are. So let me just get them into shot. There. They're very, very, very small. Very small. Just going to line them up. I'm not sure if I'm going to glue them. So we're going to start with this one here, this straight one. I'm going to put it into the top hole. Try and do it with my fingers. That is the first one in place. Just make sure that the sticker stays down. Just make sure we position it in place. Then just check them. Okay, we'll get the next one in place. With our tweezers. Oops. That fell out, that first one fell out. Okay, see if I can put it in with my hands, because I need to push them into the holes. As you can see, if you could look at them, let's focus. That's the top, and that's the bottom. What I might do is I might remove this control panel out and put them in. They don't seem to want to go in. I'm going to turn this around. That's one. Get that one that fell out in. I'll come back when it's done. So I got 3 of the levers in there. Couldn't get the 4th one in, they're just too small. But I got a couple of them in there. Let me just make sure these seats are positioned correctly. So what we've got to do is we're going to assemble the whole piece together now. So we put the cockpit back in here, making sure it lines up with the slots there. And then we've got to get this piece here, and this ribbon goes at the back. Let's see if I can just slide it in place. Slide it over. Slide it in place. We'll get this out. Pass this back through here. And then we'll line up this cockpit area here. There. Let's line this cockpit up. I think it's in place. Just need to get a light and just look inside it just to make sure. Yeah, that's all in place. Make sure that door fits in properly. checking that everything in the back is working. It seems to be in place there. And then the last thing we need to do I don't think we put this window bit on in this section. So there, that is it. That's everything in place. As you can see all the control panels in there. Everything's aligned. Yeah, that is it. So it doesn't actually say anything about putting this in, but I'm just going to sit it over the top just to make sure, yeah, it does fit. It does fit on. Okay. So that completes stage 6 of the build and finishes box 2. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. And also, we've got merch for the channel. Link is in the description. Get what you want. Stay creative.